Never gonna die.
And they're going to have to put some, we know that everyone's going to have to put work in. You know, we heard Bound talking about, rewiring the brain and getting used to playing with
the match everybody's been waiting for.
It's those little ghosts that start to come back that you don't want to be there.
Optic versus Rebellion,
and really kind of
the two best teams in the game currently. Shopify has been looking dominant. They've won pretty much every single online cup in the off-season and to start the season, including all the Arlington qualifiers.
Different ways to run this bomb. There's a lot of different strategies in terms of how you
this
play
Optic
game,
team
how you manage the game, how you
was
play
widely thought
and able to just really manage the map. And it's going to be exciting.
They were going to absolutely run the table this year.
With your winners final, it's Shopify.
So this is our first taste
Game 1
of Rebellion versus Optic on LAN.
And this is a match that everybody was looking forward to see. Enough of the online. Let's take it back to LAN. Let's get real. And let's see who is looking like the dominant force in the
why does it look like this as well? Why is it so bright in contrast?
The kickoff event of the HCS
How do I feel about this map? I do not like it. I think it's okay for.
Eventually, the overshield will be melted.
I think it's okay for flag. And I think, if anything, even though this game type is kind of cheese and kind of not that great,
40 seconds.
Or maybe not really good at all.
I
think it can be chaotic as fuck at times, and so I think it will maybe provide some like chaotic, fun sequences, like good clips and stuff. However, it can also be frustrating as a spectator if like can't nobody score. So, as I'm sure it's frustrating to play. Like, I know it is.
Cycle, who's left as last alive here. Formal gets that bomb back to bottom middle, and it's a reset on the map.
Yeah, it was 3 dead here. We'll see if they can flush out this last kill, but not going to be easy when you have the Arches spawners as well.
But they can't find anybody.
Alive long enough for last shot to pick up that kill, and now we're going to see 1 dead across both sides of the map.
Royal 2 goes, I remember where I left that. I'm going to go back and collect it. That sniper rifle, you can see he was desperate to pick it up, but secures the kill before doing so. Just a smart play. Only the 1 bullet to play with, but with the advanced position that Frosty finds himself in, that could have been a big, big bullet hit.
You got a repulse and 2 plasmas, though.
How he plays the spiral. Knows he can get behind him. Nice little back whack comes in, and how special to hear Royal 2. I mean, of all the things I expected to hear, I did not expect Royal 2 to say, it feels like I'm an amateur again. I've got to prove myself.
That was a cool interview.
I mean,
I like that one.
how special is that? Let's see what he can do now. 2 dead.
I'm telling you, man, it's the power of this couch. It has something in it. Everybody's down to have a chat. Everyone's excited for this
season.
And
wow, Rebellion just gets a fucking arm.
Here for Shopify Rebellion, they will be up 1-0.
Well, after all that shit we was talking, Rebellion gets an arm within 2 minutes, really within like a minute 40.
That he locks down continued damage here.
And Frosty gets OS, so they somehow get the arm and also maintain control. Optic does get 2 kills. But Rebellion gets away with the OS clean. And Frosty's going to get 2 out of that.
Frosty of old, but it's a comfortable Frosty.
Maybe 3.
Always been able to do. We know
Where is it, man?
And a triple kill, finally cleaning up his side of the map, means that now they can advance once again. That overshield paying dividends.
Feels like he's just having fun.
This Rebellion team might be them, bro. Renegade 1-6 start.
Numbers that we saw from him in previous seasons, just cleaning up all the kills that he needs to. He's not
oh
done
my
yet.
god!
Another double kill on the back of the base,
and you know he wants his second triple, but instead
move that ball, baby.
Towards that bomb, or certainly supporting the player who is going to be running that bomb in towards the Optic base. Optic is struggling in the moment. You can see another kill gets picked up at the overextend bottom middle. That's going to be legend. Then even though Formal was waiting for this sniper rifle, that bomb hasn't got to be too far away from that arm point.
Ooh, might even try to, looks like maybe try to combat evolve the snipe, at least off the spawn for a second. Unfortunately, the combat evolve
kind of nades it right to
really
Formal.
Off of the archway, instead it stays there. So Formal
is good damage and living by Frosty.
So a little bit more damage will be required on the map to push in.
But Formal definitely saw him.
More damage here from Frosty onto Bound. Finds that kill himself. Moves through the cave now towards Formal. He knows that Formal is the play.
Still got a stick and a repulse.
The confidence coming in from Frosty.
Wow, what a win by Formal.
Even half shield, but Formal good enough to just hold him at bay.
He said, "I keep getting exploded."
Exclusively, as you would expect, especially if you.
No, this Rebellion roster is fucking disgusting. Severity. I agree.
Here, last shot is going to have to fight 2 battles. Cannot do it, so that bomb will be down. No one really in position there. So in the end, Royal 2 will be forced to retreat. But how well has Shopify controlled their opponent's BR? Which is obviously, if you've been playing or watching, that is what you need to do. You want to pinch him to elbow. You want to pinch him into those chokes, but they've done it so well so far.
Legend just trying to overextend. Not for the first time. We've seen him just trying to escape, it feels like, at the moment. Formal still with that sniper rifle in his hand. He'll be able to pick off Frosty, which gives him at least a little bit of room to maneuver. Overshield has come up. You hear it pop bottom middle. Question is, who's going to have it in their hands as Royal 2 just continues to patrol. And this time, Formal's going to get snuck up behind. That's more bullets to pick up. 2 more for Royal 2 to put to use.
He says, actually, I'm going to take the last 2 bullets you have. 2 dead for the side of Optic.
Oof.
Bodies immediately on
Renegade. Who at 11 start for Renegade?
More time, just stays alive on the spiral. And like we
brother's
said,
getting NCAA full court press.
Their spiral and controlling their BR in an obnoxious way so far.
Optic just trying to escape at the moment. They've got this one down to A1 at the moment under the armory in the basement. Trying to move it up the back stairs. Formal's going to challenge, try and do some damage. Royal 2 once again just outputting damage consistently at the moment. Still alive. It's a 2v2 with that bomb. Still in the basement. It's just such a difficult situation for Optic to just try and force their way out of because they know they have to get that bomb away.
Legend was the only player alive, able to finally get taken down. He bought a little bit of time for the team, but that bomb is going to stay there. Cycle will also get the touch. And this is what I was talking about. The meta game of bomb management is very different than it is on Aqua. And they've just controlled the bomb entirely, kept it in their opponent's spiral throughout the entirety of it, and also controlled this actual area here around BR, A1, A2, and the spiral. And guess what? They're going to keep doing it. Even though they lose numbers, they maintain. By the way, they have kept Renegade to 2 and 13 in this game. A huge statement. How often do you say that?
And one thing that's really interesting from Shopify Rebellion here is they keep just throwing that bomb down on the basement side, which I think is blocking, maybe, or influencing alongside some Shopify players spawns on the map where everybody is just constantly spawning over at the snipe side on the elbow in the cave, and Optic just can't get out on the map at the moment. They are really struggling. Finally, Cycle's going to move in to clean up some of this damage. Royal 2 keeps him alive, and surely this is an opportunity for them to get that bomb moving again.
I know they need to clean up Formal here. He was bottom tower, and we'll see if they decide to go. Obviously, they're going to be not split spawns here, but probably now going to be spiral BR spawns, so they're going to have to rotate for the first time to focus their slaying elsewhere on the map.
I mean, this is punishing.
And they grab Snipe perfectly timed on the rotate.
Absolutely punishing from Shopify Rebellion at the moment. Bound's going to throw the bomb out, but he's going to find out that Frosty has an overshield. Another touch on the bomb keeps it alive. Royal 2 is going to be there to support. 2 players trapped on the spiral. Renegade takes damage. And you know as well that Cycle had that sniper rifle who's going to be somewhere or other overlooking all of this damage that's being done.
The only way to describe just how decimating this is Renegade is 3 and 17.
Jesus!
Don't know what else to say.
I mean this with all due
respect. They can't even get out the base.
And the talent that they have, it feels like Shopify are just playing with their food a little bit here.
Ooh, oh, and he doesn't get it.
Touch will come in, should be up. No, is it actually tossed out? Let's see. I think Formal was the last there. Yes, he is the last.
Oh my God!
See how sticky the bomb is. Take a
They're
look.
probably still going to get it.
Right back in the circle here.
This is an arm.
That's going to be it.
That's 2-0.
This is an arm. It's 2-0.
3 and 18 for Renegade, bro.
And Shopify Rebellion are dominant in this game #1 at the moment.
This is wild. I mean, they have not left. There has not been a moment, a single
moment.
Holy
shit, bro.
In these nearly 7 minutes of play, as Last Shot stays alive as well, taking down Bound, where they have not had control of their opponent's base. This now
Renegade gets like 3 or 4 kills right there.
Sure the closest the bomb has been to the Shopify Rebellion base is when it spawned.
Renegade kind of getting activated a little bit.
Than that, without a doubt. And Bound also
is it too little, too late though?
In front of the base at 1.2, I saw. Now, we should say, with all that,
hang on a second.
Finally starting the arm, and actually Last Shot's
hang on a second.
And this might be an amazing.
Hang on a second.
Optic, they should get this finish.
If Optic gets a quick arm right here.
They need to flush out this last kill and jump.
Oh no, but Royal 2 gets one.
Been a nuisance though. He's going to try and contest at the last second.
Oh no, he's not going to get it.
He can't get it though. Legend.
He doesn't have the help.
Cycle with a big clutch play. Really good timing from him. But here comes Bound now, trying to
wait.
push
Optic still has kills.
Summon something here. Find a little bit of resilience.
Oh my God! And Optic gets it.
So the first time that the bomb
we have a 2-1 game, and Optic still has kills.
It's going to be Optic who put that arm on the board. They will be down by just 1 now and hold the phone.
Wow, for real.
For as long as they've been dominant here, Shopify Rebellion, Optic are still in this.
Hold the phone. Please hold.
Renegade's getting activated.
But let me tell you, this whole game just got flipped on its head. And if you're Shopify,
and they're going to move this ball.
You're trying to figure out how on earth we just let that happen, because now all of a sudden it's 2-1 when
oh my God!
And how heavily they are outslaying. But just like that, Optic Gaming with an amazing
Renegade's getting kills on accident.
Everything around, and now with 4 minutes left, it's anyone's game.
All right, Shopify should be able to stabilize here.
Optic. Cycle's going to throw that one out bottom middle. Legend is still being a nuisance though behind enemy lines. Finally, Frosty and Royal 2 will combine to take him out. Frosty with the repulse will get a beautiful angle onto Formal, and Royal 2 is there to clean it up. So Shopify Rebellion get that bomb
Holy
back
shit!
The halfway mark.
Oh my God! He uses the repulse to like float so he can still hit the jump. That was sick.
And maybe even a second to breathe here for Optic Gaming. after that first bomb. 2 dead for Shopify. World 2 still going straight to the spiral. They know they need to clear him out.
He doesn't use it to double jump, but he uses it to like slow down his momentum on the fall so he can grab the ledge.
Even just send this game to overtime,
so yeah,
let alone
Renegade goes from 3 and 18 to 12 and 20. So Renegade's getting activated.
Forward damaging.
6 and 14 still for Legend, make it 7 and 14.
10 and 20 for him.
Double positive for Frosty.
Frosty cleans up Legend as he's playing a little bit of defensive work
dangerous.
at the moment inside of his own base, looking across at top armory towards the bottom of ring, and the bomb is down. You can see Formal is still there. He's still been a little bit of a nuisance.
Oh,
Renegade
shit.
has that snipe, and he's been spotted by
shit.
Frosty, as Frosty has been spotted by Bound.
A snipe might have hit that frag. I'd have to watch that back. And look, the body shot looked good, but it might have actually hit the frag, which is wild to think about. 2:55 left, so all of a sudden, Shopify realizing that the clock is going to be a very big factor here as they look to hold.
Sniper down here for Optic Gaming. Cycle comes out that situation with a trade, and Legend now finds himself as last alive. Overshield coming up as well as Frosty finds Legend and sends him back to his teammates.
I gotta say, such an interesting story stat line here. The fact that Formal has maintained positive at 17 and 16 while the rest of the team is severely negative.
My God.
It's just a very interesting statistical story. And they're going to have to dig deep and try to find something in these last 2 minutes if they want to tie the game, but here comes the push.
Yeah, and look at this. It's so aggressive. It's over the top. It's straight from the front ramps. Renegade will survive for now. Last shot just couldn't connect with the big shots that he needed to. Royal 2 trying to follow up on this damage. I'll say if there's
probably going to have to give this, though.
Hitting you in your base when you've got like a static spawn than Royal 2. Just knows how to play these angles so well.
He's very happy to play this and just be as big of a nuisance as he can at the bottom tower elbow side, and also just working together. Nice cross-map shooting there. And just pinning them back at their staircase as well as all the way back to their VR. Here comes the push that was 2 dead.
5 seconds until that bomb resets. I think they want to touch on it. And yes, indeed, Cycle is going to go for that touch. And not only that, he gets it almost all the way there. Legend will pick it up and
toss it out, though.
It's a clutch play from him. And with 1 minute 45 left, yes, he'll go down. But has that kept Optic in with an opportunity?
Oh my God, World 2 is milking so hard.
The last second run of that bomb and tying this game up.
Bounds is going to advance it right away. Legend did very well to toss that bomb.
90 seconds on the game clock.
Into ring 1.
There is time.
They have to drop and shoot here. They did have a man advantage for just a second, but now all 4 players are up. 1:26 left. This is Optic's last chance.
Oh, but Rebellion has kills.
Courtyard, but numbers not on their side. It's 2v4.
Oh no.
A 4 versus 1. Renegade last alive. Cycle. He gets 5'd by Renegade, but you imagine the trade is going to be there. And every time you see an Optic player win an individual, it feels like it's traded out almost immediately.
Frosty going to go with the classic window strategy for just a second. Maybe even hold elbow and hold.
1 minute remaining.
This bomb's getting thrown off.
Right on.
Good cheese right here.
It's a really hard spot to nade as well, and to be honest, if you aren't aware that someone's there, look at this. This is just, like we said, when we talk about game management, that's what we mean. There are very crafty places.
Yeah, that's great
crafty
stuff.
Would probably be the kind way to put it, that you can keep the bomb on this map in the late game. 42 seconds left.
Formal gets an overshield. Formal picks up the bomb.
Can they get the first pick?
And moves.
Legend gets 1.
Forward. There is still time for Optic to do
Renegade
this.
gets another.
Has a sniper
He didn't.
Legend picked up
the
one.
ball didn't. The ball just fell.
3 dead here for Shopify.
Bombs.
Bomb is on the arches, but it's moving in towards the base, and Formal still
He's
has
gonna die.
You knew the tower damage was gonna come in very, very thick and very, very fast here.
Big double
2
kill
dead for
Optic.
Yeah, big. 2
Oh
dead for
no,
Optic
it's
Gaming,
all
and I think
over.
What?
Whoa!
My word, Renegade not done yet. Somehow,
oh my God,
he's 20 and 23 now. 7 seconds left.
It's all over.
He's gonna sit in the court. Time will tick down, and Shopify Rebellion will take game number 1 in a wild, wild game number 1 between these two. They'll close it out 2-1.
Damn!
But not without its drama, not without its storylines, and quite an epic
hang on.
finish.
I'm gonna go heat up my sandwich real quick.
Strangest games I've watched in quite some time between 2 evenly matched teams. You think about the first half of that game, Optic couldn't move. Optic literally couldn't move.
Renegade was 3. I think we said 3 and 18.
3 and 18.
He ended the game, by the way, 20 and 24. I don't even know what to say about that. We don't even have time to break that one down.
That's crazy in itself. But I mean, it felt like Shopify were just like, you know what, we've got 1 bomb, we're gonna just kill you. We're just gonna really make a point here. We're gonna continually spawn kill you and really make you hurt here.
Game number 1's in the books. Shopify takes it, but not without its drama.
Yeah, as I say, and a fascinating narrative on what happened from the first bullet to the last bullet on that one, but when it's all said and done and concluded, it is going to be Shopify who find themselves up 1-0. Now we move over to Slayer Recharge, and a chance maybe to tie the series up here for Optic, but with the way that Shopify was slaying, in that previous game, and I think just in general, shooting, it's important for Optic to get out to a good start here.
It really is, and I have to say, Optic Gaming, the fact that they were able to almost, and that's not the first time they would have done it today, bring that game back, really says a lot about their drive, and like we said, their late game clutch factor already appears to be at a wow, what a stick from last shot on Formal to force the burn on Camo.
Everyone just exploded.
Really nicely done, and Renegade wins a nice 1v1 against a former teammate. Eventually, he will be taken down, 2 dead apiece.
Well, Cycle's probably thinking, what the heck is going on? Everyone's just dying the other side of the map. I'm going to get myself a shock rifle. A little bit of chain damage going to come in, and Frosty gladly cleans up both of those kills, and it's Shopify.
Rebellion seems to be consistent at just about everything.
With the camo being burnt, this shock rifle becomes even more influential in the game.
Let's see what Cycle could do. We've seen this man run circles around this map before, and no doubt looking to do the same thing again. Somehow stays alive with a very nice string of plays, and now doubles back to help out once again on C-Plat.
Can't quite connect with the headshot, but still comes out of it with the trade. I think sticky grenades might be the winning formula at the moment for a weapon that's doing that, or whatever. Weapon, Stefan is still a weapon. Doing the most damage so far.
Right up there with the small but mighty concrete curb.
Oh, that's not. Sorry, it's not up there. That's.
You're right.
Stands alone.
Stands alone. Disrespectful.
Stands alone.
Curb stands alone. 10-8 here in favor of Rebellion.
Yeah, Severity. It's looking like Arlington's probably going to be a no, unfortunately. I wish I could go, but
from the opening moments of this game, you're not
it's just not looking practical at the moment, unfortunately.
The outlier here, Royal 2, first one to hit the 4-kill mark, 4 and 3. But still, of course, neck and neck here at the opening after just under 2 minutes of play.
At least I haven't.
Camo is up at 20.
Come up with a better opportunity.
Lead here for Shopify Rebellion, but like you mentioned, the camo is going to be the next point of contention here.
Yet,
15
anyway.
seconds as last shot moves down into the pit, and the entire game
this is big
comes to a standstill. And if you needed an indication of how much
definitely DreamHack Dallas and then Seattle,
the
World
alive,
Championship if I can.
Those
are the 2 I want to go to for sure.
Right? That standoff was as if
we'll
we were
see about the rest.
38 to 38. The kind of the patience and the drama of that is quite noteworthy. 2 dead for Optic. That will now lead to another last shot. Camo. 3 dead. Might be 4 dead if they kill on Bound. Somehow Bound just walks in. Gets 1 freebie, but won't get 2. But just like that, clear winner of that last hold, the rush, and the camo is Shopify. They now go up by 7.
Oh, yes,
what a run this is from last shot, by the way. We see him pick up 2 kills, goes bottom middle, almost keeps his teammate in Cycle alive, gets that kill, still alive with the camo. Now moves over, picks up that grapple just as it spawns as well. So with 2 players trapped to A, he's going to send it here. He knows there's damage to be done.
Finally gets taken down there, though. However, they do take out 2. It's an amazing control and a huge swing. Let's not forget, it was just a 2-kill game. Let's get into a listen-in with Shopify Rebellion.
Hey, we're wrapping.
One shot. Nice, Brad.
Top right,
kill me. Shock when you guys spawn. Do not let them get shot.
Hiding C jump, so.
Don't
Pipes on me, 2 shot.
Yo, spawn batteries.
Turbine, 1 shot.
Missing.
They're trapped in there. I'm going down.
3 red.
Guys.
Balance out. Nice, missing.
Bound spawn.
Alright, don't die.
You're
shocked down top right. Somebody get the shit. Talk down top right.
I got you. Yo, Matt, they're all 4 spawning. All 4 spawning.
Yeah, all four.
Somebody get this shit.
Yo, could be glass. Glass of Victor.
It's alright, bro. Yo, can we walk beer, person?
Yo, they got the other side. They're gonna hit Wyatt.
Yo, tower coming. One shot bound.
Trades are huge.
What are these fucking comms, brother?
White shot, guys. Yep.
Yo, in tower, I have death cam. He's going blue. 2 tower.
Camo 3.
Pipe's getting shroud. Red Chanel. Wait, going
Camo.
One in balance, grapple. Grappler batteries.
Yeah, you guys
One with camo going. He's in the camo corner. Left corner. Absolute stacks of camo going Xbox.
Optic only down by 7.
Yeah, try to waste our time.
Yo, you might spawn out. You guys might spawn out.
Yeah, spawn out.
And they got away with camo, so.
Yo, camo C6. She might go blue pipes. I'll play for camo. We got 2 mid right now. Play for trades. 2 mid right now going. Oh, we got C-Pad now.
Rebellion gotta be careful right here.
Come to me. Yeah, I can see. He's on row. Just hit long. I got a melee.
Watch out, watch out.
Uh-oh. 4-kill game.
2x all. 2x all, 2x all. 2x all, they're like trapping the shell tower.
Okay, glass me. Glass me, you're good. You're good.
No, I glass, I glass.
Glass went back, glass went back. Kill neither.
Gonna be long as well. Gonna be long. No, turbo.
Well, Shopify is still in the lead for now, up by 2. Optic Gaming making somewhat of a comeback here, Andy.
Yeah, a big one. I mean, you saw they were down about 21-12, so really big moves coming in from Optic to keep things together the way they have.
Looking across the stats at the moment, it's Renegade. After a slow start in that previous game, back and he's starting to find that fire again in this game, but it's going to be 3 dead for Optic Gaming. It's a 1v1 on the map at the moment. Legend of last shot as the last alive, but there's some fascinating stats to talk about. One I really want to talk about is the stats of Cycle. 11 assists at the moment. That's more than the rest, well, as many as the rest of his team combined.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. And Optic Gaming has done it. They've kept this game close somehow, despite what looked like a runaway lead at 36-33. Let's get into a listen with Optic, see if they can bring it back even further.
Needles here. Camera shot coming. 15. No, I'm in.
Let's not push goal. Let's push tower. Let's push tower. Let's push tower.
Someone can shoot on tower, bro. I can
What's battery? Step on. What's tower? Grapple one. One chop on the mid. One chop on mid. Frosty.
One chop on nice. One grapple. Camel's up now. Camel's up now.
Pretty.
You dropping Mangler. On Camel. He's jumping mid bridge. Roll two mid bridge. Weak. Last guy. Bottom tower.
Go in bottom mid.
Shock is up, guys.
A lot of intensity out of both teams. Optic nowhere near as hectic as Shopify.
He didn't burn it. C-butt. Long. I think Camel's still down, bro.
Mid cap can't help. Trying to come trippy.
I think Camel's still down, guys. Yeah, fuck bottom bear. Hold on. One's bear. Watch your punch on. Watch your box.
Yeah, watch my press.
Guys. Just go.
He's aiming belly.
Go down.
He fell batteries. No, 132. We're watching cross.
Put at me. He's Mangler.
Ready. Shoot up tower. Cross. Look at my cross.
Hey, Cat. I'm stuck.
My cross, man.
Dude, I died, bro. 2 AK.
Not good. Not a good play.
One shot up.
Well, 2 kills the difference between the two teams as we come out of the listening. It really is going
what
right
a bait
down
and
to the
switch.
wire.
Yeah, down to the wire indeed. Renegade tries to grab that camo bats and right away
oh my god,
lit up and punished for doing so, but still just a one.
Oh my god,
now.
Legend.
45,
oh my god, Optic gets all the kills. Wait, tie game, 45-45.
Again, 45-45. 5 kills to go. 2 dead on the side
what
of
the
Shopify
fuck?
Rebellion. Optic with all 4 up, and now Shopify with all 4 up as well. This game is going to slow down as Legend spots out 2 players and takes the damage from both as well.
And Matt Formal now holding Bat alone, as you see in the Pipes battle. Actually going to hold Bat for just a second. Last shot picks up 1 kill though, bringing it 47-46.
Big kill kick from last shot. Just creates the opening. Frosty's going to try and open the map up as well by swinging in with this grapple. He knows there's some damage to play off of. Can he get the kill? He gets the trade, and that is good enough to put Shopify Rebellion 1 kill away now from Goat 2 up in this series.
49-47.
For error here. Let's see if they try to wrap Hydro together. 49-47. They can afford to take this 2v1 if they think they have it.
Oh my god.
Just need the 1 kill.
Oh my god, they're all here. Holy shit. Shopify goes up 2-0.
Shopify Rebellion.
Wow, buddy.
2 to the good in the series with a 50-47 win here on Recharge.
Oh, man, Optic Gaming making things interesting yet again. That was, I mean, if you had to take a Slayer equivalent of game number 1, that was pretty close to it. Like we said, an absolutely huge 18-11 lead that became around a 21-12 lead for Shopify at the beginning of their listen-in. And then somehow when we come out of it, it's just a 2-kill game as Optic Gaming rallies back. So it feels like Optic Gaming is able to figure things out. In each and every moment, however, they start to kind of put themselves against a wall. They trail early, and they have to then make up for a deficit that when you're playing against Shopify
18 deaths out of 4 is tough.
This one goes down to the wire as well, but it is once again very good composure coming in from Shopify Rebellion. They will close it out 50-47. And as we've seen indicated by events leading up to today, these two teams are neck and neck. And Shopify just closing out in the late game. However, the game only ends 2-1. So like you said, Shopify really has been the team that has been dictating not only the pace of play, but exactly where we're playing.
All right, here we go, man. Live Fire King.
Here for Optic Gaming will be when they come out, make sure they're getting the first and or second hills, right? Make sure they're staying in this. Do not allow themselves to go down 2 to hills, because even if they tie at late game, it feels like they haven't been able. It's been too little too late. So can Optic Gaming make sure they get back in this and get early points on the board? That's the question for them in game number 3.
Game number 3, as you can see, King of the Hill, live fire. We're going to be looking at a little bit of hill time. The first one going to be, of course, over at green, which usually favors the highest seed who will play from the A side when we talk about strongholds in the garage. And yes, indeed, it is going to be Shopify Rebellion who are going to play from that side and look to secure early control of that hill. And I think it was Renegade who just snuck away with that sniper rifle bottom middle. Yes, indeed, there he is. He's the one who's going to have that pressure on him to hit big shots to break that initial hold that's going to be Shopify's.
Ooh, under heavy pressure from scoreboard for just a split second. Sees 3 players on the enemy team, and finally he is taken down. 2 players from Optic Gaming will fall, might be 3, but Mountain makes sure to stay alive as long as he can. You would assume he'll be taken down shortly, but he has the help of Formal, which is going to keep him alive for just a second. And already quite a bit of hill time coming in here, about 60% on the board for Shopify as all this chaos happens bottom middle.
Now you're seeing the tools required to break this setup, though, in the hands of Optic Gaming.
Big trade.
You saw the sniper rifle, you saw the camo. It's Bound who now has that sniper rifle, but they're going to have to make a play very, very quickly on this hill. And Bound knows he's in a 2v1 scenario at the back of green. He's got to wait for help. He's got to try and survive. And even though I think he hit the body,
he did.
It is going to be Shopify Rebellion still who control the back of green and will be able to step back in that hill in a moment's time.
Bill kill from Frosty, by the way, on Pillar Door on Formal. That was huge. Trading there to make it only 1 player alive. Last shot on training was absolutely huge. It's a very fast early hill coming in, and a huge heads-up play from Frosty to force a pivotal trade for that first one.
1-0 then, Shopify Rebellion. They get that green.
Don't tell me they're going to fucking DoorDash him, bro.
A few kills themselves. Last shot, a little bit of trigger discipline from there. Just didn't want to give away his position, but it's going to be Shopify who find themselves 4 dead, and this is the perfect response coming in here from Optic.
I got worried whenever Rebellion went up 1-0, and then they had to fucking rotate to next. I was like, holy shit. They might just 4-0 their shit.
Also going to have to try to force this nade. Knows he's weak and trying to bait maybe a little.
I mean, they still might. You never know.
At
least Optic was able to break.
Nice tilt time already, though. First kill does come in. 2 will fall. This should be a break. However, a lot of points on the board for Optic already.
Over halfway done on this hill. With kills falling around them, Legend now is going to be under pressure, trying to stay alive as long as he can. Can't quite get that trade at the bottom of the tower as well. Renegade's trying to follow up on this damage, but there's a lot of players from Shopify Rebellion still to deal with. Reverse Christmas tree.
Whatever it's called.
Now officially called.
Doesn't make any logical sense here, but something that does has been Renegade's positioning here as he stays alive. Take a look. It looked like it was going to be a
whoa, that's not a frag.
Be a position. Unfortunate there. That spike actually does damage when he thought it was a frag.
It is not a frag, brother.
In the end now, Optic Gaming still holding. Frosty with a big camo player.
Hang on, brother. I got to kick the AC on. It's actually hot as piss in here, man. Give me just a second.
Now the damage has been done. He can try and collapse himself, but there's a player back tower who gets that trade, but is there an opening? Can Shopify Rebellion break? Renegade picks up 2. It's a 1v1. Legend has to use the QT to get back in here. He wants to take this 1v1 with Frosty, who backs out smartly towards the dummies. He's going to be able to get some assistance from spawners now. A Legend eventually will win that fight.
Ooh, taken down as well by Royal 2 in the end. It's 1 dead apiece. Optic Gaming only needs a little bit of a hold here. However, it was 2 dead apiece. So this hill is not done just yet. Huge plays earlier from Renegade to stay alive, bottom middle, and able to re-challenge from top mid and from cuts. That's what's given Optic Gaming the real good chance here on this second hill. We'll see if they can close.
Last shot just trying to bait out some more sniper bullets, and he's doing a really good job of it. 4 in the chamber still to play with here for Formal.
Here comes the push. They know they got to go now. They really only have 1 to 2 max pushes on this hill if the hill continues being controlled.
I mean, this is the kind of hill that can really make or break a series for Optic, right? If they lose this one, having been so close.
They're baiting. Shopify not playing hill just yet. 2 dead. Here
really
comes the push.
Break them. This is a big moment here for Formal.
Interesting.
In with the sniper rifle in his hands. 3 bullets still to play with. Cycle still being a nuisance. Legend will deal with him. It's 2 dead for Shopify. And it becomes a 2v2 very quickly as Optic will finally break. They will convert that hill, and I think that's a big moment for Optic.
Took a little too long to line that up.
What goes through their minds if they lose that one, having been so close to closing it out?
Absolutely. Like we said, they needed to get either the first or the second, preferably both, but in the end, they'll take that. They trade out the first 2 hills, and they are right alongside Shopify in this game. Ooh, nice job. Royal 2 hits the shot with barely any time window to do so. Just like that, he's 7-7-7 in this one. 3 lucky 7s across the board, and we'll see if he can continue to rank up that number.
Rack
this
him up,
is a couple of body shots that
him
normally Royal 2 would hit. As last shot goes back up the chimney himself with that repulse. Legend of Renegade were waiting for him though, and Cycle finds himself as last alive.
Good nades.
Explodes. Spring
Holy shit.
Explodes. The guy He was trying to slide it in on him at A. Camo's coming up in a few moments, but it's Shopify with control of the, excuse me, Optic with control of this hill.
Yeah, World 2 was your first spawner. He's bottom mid, and just take a look already at the scoreboard on your third hill. It's going to be clean, especially. However, first 2 kills do come in. World 2 now just going to look to flush out the window as well. Should be able to do so. That was 3 dead. 4th kills on scoreboard. They should be able to even maybe on this hole to close out the third hill.
Legend and Bound are the only ones alive, and Legend I think is the furthest up on the map, and you can see on the overhead that he's already, only halfway up the map, and it looks indeed like they're going to give this one up. They're going to play for this mud hill, so it's Shopify Rebellion who locked down the garage, and now it's going to be up to Optic, who have played for this rotation towards the next hill to hold down this mud.
Yeah, it was a bit too easy there as Optic Gaming lets that one go. In the end, they know they had to give up the final moments of the hill, but let way too much time go on the board earlier. Frosty's the first to fall. However, those kills will be traded out. World 2 knows he needs to stay alive top tower here.
Renegade going to try and flush him out. Renegade will do exactly that. It's 3 dead for Shopify Rebellion, and it looks like that.
That's a tongue twister, bro.
Up the final push and play for the new hill is the correct one here for Optic, as they're looking pretty good. Sniper rifle coming up as well. Bound's going to grab that. And with Frosty already in the death screen, Bound now takes control of this tower, and with so many angles to play with, Bound could have some fun.
Yeah, especially if they get first pick again. Legend does fall though, so a 4v3 momentarily. They need to answer this back, and especially either a body shot or especially a headshot would be a big difference maker here. Needs to hold tower if he can. Right now, likely going to just try to get a pick, and at best, just hold that tower.
Oh!
Gets the pick he needed. Might even get 2. Oh, the QT.
What the
Saved
fuck?
Everyone's blushes, I think, the QT.
Yep.
Bound now steps inside of the hill and looks towards Big Door as Shopify Rebellion have 2 dead, and they are respawning over towards A on the scoreboard. This is an Optic hill.
What a play from Bound. Last player alive and somehow hits the shot. He had no business winning that 1v2 scenario. Kicks out a player on Nest. And just like that, stays alive long enough.
Optic ties the game.
We are tied at 2-2. Optic Gaming making sure they take that 4th hill.
And they still have tower control here and still have bullets in that sniper rifle. Bound hasn't had to really use a lot of ammunition in this hold. A lot of Optic players have been doing a lot of work in the last few minutes, and with 2 minutes left on the game clock and the game tied up at 2-2, there's plenty of time for Optic and Bound to still go to work.
Bound just checking Nest. Might not have been aware the last shot was there, but he still has a feeling. Spidey sense is tingling, and that kill will come, and that will give them the first pick. Maybe no scope when he needed to. 3 dead again. Psycho's the last player alive here. Formal gonna go ahead, jump right in for a second, try to find this last kill. First, he wants to snipe though.
Damn.
Shot hits, but kills being exchanged. It was 2 dead for a second for Optic Gaming. Not over just yet. Big camo. Can last shot get in? Let's see if he can disrupt this.
We've seen how camos have made
no time.
Games.
Wait, they broke.
Moments. Shopify
At the last fucking second.
Hill. A last shot now is just trying to clear the tower.
Oh my god.
This is big. It sends Legend
It doesn't send him
away.
off.
Most importantly, keeps him alive without trading. And Optic have not won this hill quite yet.
I think it's the curb that kept his heels on there, actually, if we take a look at the replay.
Back.
He's back. Last shot now with the camo, and what a set of plays. However, like you said, Optic Gaming only a toe away from closing out this hill. And finally, it should be moments away. They will get it. Optic Gaming will go into the lead for the first time this game at 3-2. 1:36 left on the clock.
Now, how do Optic play this? Do they play time? Do they try and close this one out? 1 minute 30 left is kind of an
90 seconds is a lot of time.
To try and think around that decision.
Almost.
Frosty still at the back of green. Legend is going to chase him down. Frosty trying to be an absolute nuisance. Legend trying to do exactly the same move himself. It's 2 dead for Optic.
Ooh.
Renegade with a big win though. Makes this a 2v2. But control of green is in the hands of Shopify Rebellion, and for Optic fans and Optic players, that's where the hill is, and that is not good news.
This is going to be dicey. Last shot is down, though, so let's see if Optic Gaming tries to push the man advantage right away. Not just yet. They're actually going to wrap C here and cut it to C cuts wrap.
I actually like this play.
A Big Door delayed push.
Legend finds one, and so does Renegade, so numbers starting to favor.
Pushing for Big Door is so shitty. I actually like that play to break him out of the high side of the map.
Time, just being a nuisance.
Oh!
Sent off! The timing, as Royal 2 just waited for him
Big
to
play.
line up.
Optic is still going to break, but that's a great play by Royal 2.
Hits the body now.
Big 1v1.
Shopify Rebellion find themselves 2 dead here.
Frosty wins essentially.
50 seconds on the game clock.
To stay alive in the back and continue scoring. Formal though still alive on Nest Bridge. All 8 players up. Watch for the pick.
Shopify trying to win this one. They want to win this hill. They've got over
3v3.
2/3 of it done. Formal has to get aggressive. He has to try.
Oh no!
Cycle is there with a double kill that shuts down this.
Shopify's going to tie the game.
Going to move up and grab this sniper rifle as well. And with 50 seconds or so left in this game.
What?
Shopify might be about to tie this one up at 3-3.
And they do now, tied 3-3, 50 seconds left.
Holy shit, brother.
And everything to play for. This has been a back and forth game.
And we go back to fucking tower.
Hill at any time in the game.
Back to the tower then. Shopify repeat what happened on that first hill. That's
World 2 gets
kills
camo.
It was Optic
30
who
seconds
won
on the
this
game
one.
clock.
But Shopify did make it tough for them. Royal 2 with this camo could be the game changer though. 30 seconds or so left on this game clock. Shopify again.
Shopify just has to live, man. Bound gets a kill.
Really keep Optic at bay here. Really want to put the pressure on them.
30 seconds remaining.
Camo disappears as Renegade now.
Oh!
And the help comes in from Formal.
Optic might break off of this.
Gets exposed and absolutely gets annihilated from the nest angle. And just like that, it's 2 dead for the side of Shopify. And Optic
Next hill wins. Time is not a factor.
Haven't seen that sniper rifle in the last few moments. That's not available on the map for either team to really put to use. It's all about those bandits.
Oh,
it's
2 from Legend.
I
think it's the last one though. Legend and Bound versus the world. Bound's across the map though. He's got to know there's one on him. That's a good repulse! Oh my god, he went off!
3 dead.
3 dead! That might be game! Wait, no. There's still a lot of time. I was looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Deaths from Cycle, that means they're going to
No, Rebellion still has another crack at this. I'm faded.
One at a time here. Finally, you're going to have 3 up. They're going to have to wait for Cycle off to push. And let's see, can Optic Gaming hold?
Which way do they like to choose?
Maybe in regulation.
Last shot gets the first pick though. When that last happened, there was the Slayer game that ended up going the way of Shopify.
Oh my god.
Renegade flies down. It's 2 dead here.
Trades in Rebellion's favor. Legend's still
alive
alive in the tower though. Legend's still alive in the tower!
Double kill that turns into a killing spree.
Oh, but he dies.
Big
kill by Row 2.
He cannot stay
But he
alive.
dies.
I'll make sure to clear it out. That's 3 dead here. And of course we are
Last chance for Rebellion. They have to desperate.
Seconds away from closing it out.
This is going to be Optic's hill by the looks of things. It's one more
Down
push.
checks Mud.
At the back of the tower, Cycle somehow almost managed to make some magic happen.
Wow, and Optic extends the series.
Will answer back here with a
What a crazy fucking game.
Fire King of the Hill. That was a good game, man. That was back and forth inside.
PGL audio guy, what happened to the music?
See, it feels like with the way these 2 teams are playing, it feels like it's warranted that we get more
Oh my
games in this
god.
series, right? With the way that these 2 teams have
There's
been
the music.
with the way
Just
the
tweet
games
me,
have
bro.
gone for Optic Gaming, either leading or coming so close to getting back in the lead. It feels like it's only fitting that we get to see more games out of these 2 in the winner's final. 4-3 is your final score in favor of Optic Gaming after trailing essentially.
And Optic extends the
game,
series.
taking the lead at the 3 hill mark. Taking a look at some of the stats from that game.
And now we're going to have to see what Shopify are made of. A little bit of pressure being put back onto their side of the stage that you can see in front of you. As now we get to play a little bit of Oddball. Like we mentioned the first time that we've seen Streets. Oddball looked pretty good for both teams so far though. A little bit of a close one for Optic against FaZe, but we saw how good FaZe played in that series. Shopify very dominant in the game that we saw them against SSG a little bit earlier.
Man.
But dominance is a phrase I don't think you're going to hear too many times this season when we see these 2 teams going up against each other. It's game number 4. It's going to be Streets Oddball.
It really does feel like, once again, somehow, even when you have shuffled the roster so much this way, as we take a look at the opening rush, that the games are still just as close, even closer than they were last season so far, and even a lot more Halo to play today. Renegade tries to play the angle on side and gets away with it.
That
say hi, buddy?
is disgusting for Renegade. Not missing a bullet. Cycle you were expecting at some point just to clean that up, but there must have been some sort of crazy strafe going on from Renegade, because that was the wiggles of all wiggles from him, and now he's looking to do it to Cycle again. Cycle doesn't want to see Renegade again.
I love
He's
that
had enough.
Renegade, by the way, doesn't even really go for the 3 with the red gun. He just pummels him in the chest until he died. Beautifully done, and might even get away with his life here. Yes, he does. Gonna have to wait for help here. Royal 2 with the camo in play.
Now Renegade finds himself as last alive, and he's going to go down as well. So last shot by picking up
This
that
big
final
slime
kill
right here.
allows Shopify Rebellion to get their hands on the Oddball and move it back to Tram for the first time. Look at Royal 2. He's so annoying.
Knows his way around the ferns.
In game.
They call him the botanist.
Not to be confused with ex-European Halo French player Botanist.
Botanist. Yeah, actually that could cause a lot of confusion. You're right. Only a few points on the board apiece here. 2 dead for the side of Shopify. So Cycle knows he needs to play it slowly and focus on these pivs over at B stairs. Just going to slow down, wait for his teammates.
Optic with the ball in their hands for now. 20 points will go their way. By the way, those shots from Cycle, like, we get to that point now where people know angles so well that even a head glitch isn't going to be good enough to, like, really give you much of an advantage against a player like Cycle in those individual fights. Just hits 3, even though it's only the top of the forehead that he's got to aim at. It's a really good hold, though, from Optic. They've had this ball back and tram for quite some time. Camo going to be the point of contention, which will force Optic to move up the map a little bit. But instead, they're just going to give this one up and allow Shopify and Last Shot to make a play off the back of it.
Yeah, it's a very nice shroud, and there's no way, even if you have angles from C stairs as well as bottom C, that you're going to be able to shut down that grab with the shroud. It's a really nice job. Look at Last Shot as well.
Shout out to Fig the Cat.
Wanted to go back, but instead going to clean up this kill wisely. He also tosses the ball look into C while still staying engaged and taking full advantage of this camo. We'll see if they can get right back in this.
2 players here from Optic. Love this play from Last Shot, though. He just felt like something wasn't quite right there. Tried to back out, tried to play his life. The fact that Formal isn't looking for a trade in that situation usually means that there's a little bit of help around the corner, but it's going to be Frosty who's looking for a beat down. He pummels Renegade into the ground for that double kill. Formal now looking to hold off the push from the pink street and move towards Royal 2 as that ball.
Nice little nade on the bottom trend player. That is not the easiest nade from Laundry to hit that skip onto that bottom C angle, but in the end he does. It was 3 dead for Optic. Legend was the last player alive, which will mean more time on the board here for Shopify. It's a momentary 2v2.
Shopify trying to just chip away at this lead that Optic have at the moment. They're doing a pretty good job. 13 points between the 2 teams.
You can tell Cycle knows he might need to think about, it's kind of transitional right now. He knows he doesn't have the traditional support that you would have over at Tram, so a really nice, and even kind of, I'm not sure if that
nice shots.
Baits the ball by getting a double kill. Might even now be a triple. Look at this play from Cycle, is unbelievable there. Baits it with a kind of almost fakes a neon rotate, but in the end, just drops ball out front, which allows him to get very creative with the angles. They did not expect him to be on back Tram, and just like that, they now go into the lead.
They go into a lead indeed, and as they do so, let's jump into a listen-in with Shopify Rebellion and see how the comms are as they do take the lead.
Come on. Back IV! No, one back IV, middle. Back IV still. Watch out. Two, one guy middle. Close on me. Watch back IV. He's still back IV, Brad, just sitting on the plants, running up top IV right now. Grab the ball. I'm trying to kill him. All guy by himself, and nothing in C. 2v box. Top IV, Brad. Top IV right now.
Yeah, that's one close. That's one close.
We got B-step, I got shot. B-steps, I hear. I'm looking B1. There's two on me. Yeah, there's one more here. I'm going to touch I don't know, Mando.
Enemy has the ball.
I'm going driveway.
Camo's out 5. Camo's out 5.
Okay, Mando right now. One guy driveway. Mando's one in. They're both Mando now. I think Mando. These fall purple. Yeah, that's it. Trash. Two trash. One trash. One more trash. Nice. One's under. John, kill. He might be high. Probably.
He is
I'm playing front. You're gonna. Drop 3 shot.
Back. On you, weak.
Bottom guys.
Harry Potter. 2 mid.
Harry Potter?
Mid, China right now going for C. Trying to B-step right now. I'll read. 2B. One's going tires right now. Tires are soccer going back to A. 2 tires. Tires, they soccer at A. We need a Dame off a soccer guy. He's gonna push you. I'm done. 2 cafe. I have a great tires. 2 cafe. One guy tires right now to tires. Tires with stalker. One guy progress. One guy tires right now. One guy heaven and Asian.
Tires weak.
Just A to the ball guy. Tires one shot. Absolutely tires.
And then PD.
That sucks.
Still PD. Yeah, watch your back here. Look at tires, guys.
Yeah, Formal's gonna spawn out too.
Back A now. Back A, Formal.
That's Formal.
Back A, Formal.
Agent as well.
Agent weak. One guy tires on E. Tires in cafe. Tires with soccer. Agent still absolute agent. Agent cafe. Cafe still absolute cafe.
Tires weak. Legend.
Still one cafe.
Alright, camo 10. Don't really have time.
2 seconds on here.
Okay. Cafe. Yeah, we have a lot of time. Camo 5.
One. Nice, good kill, dude.
Hey, stay alive.
So as we leave the Shopify side, it's been all Optic ever since. 88 points on the board for them, getting very, very close to closing out this round.
Yeah, and it really feels like Optic Gaming, like we said, their resilience here and not only in late game, but in late series, seems to be really prevalent and on the board here. But Cycle wants to shut that down with the camo. They pick up one that's 2 dead and a man advantage. We'll see if they can continue holding.
Yeah, a few times today we've seen between the two teams that have been on our screens, it's like it feels like a round is coming to an end, and then there's a little twist that makes it very, very competitive in those final moments. And Shopify are looking to do exactly that once more. Shopify have the ball in their hands. Trade comes in again from Psycho in a situation where his camo disappears. Legend will trade it out. And now you're going to see Optic maybe with a chance to close this out in and around the red room.
Yeah, Cycle at least would have wanted to trade there on the window, but instead unable to do so. That's going to be the final hold here coming in from Optic Gaming on the driveway. The pressure will not be able to come in time, and they will take
Optic takes round
one.
As
the series goes on, Mark. It's a lot. It feels like the longer they play, regardless of if we're talking about specifically within a game type or within a series, it feels like this Optic Gaming roster, the more Halo time on the board, the less you should like the chances of their opponents. They take the first round. They want to force a game 5.
If I could put money on last shot, getting first bloods in games, like leading a tournament for that, I think I'd be a rich man. Because he is just every single time that we see an opening break, a standoff situation, I swear he is always the one who gets that first pick, and it was exactly the same off of the break here. It should allow him to move in and get the camo. There's the Shroud again. Perfect teamwork and communication.
Unbelievable. I mean, that is a luxury. To be shrouded as you're about to start engaging is incredibly great timing coming in there from the side of Shopify Rebellion. They're right back in this game now with a 20-point lead early on.
Last shot's playing this so well as well.
Renegade
see him?
He saw
him. He saw something. He's like, wait, something's not right about this. This corner looks different.
I do love how at benches it was a legitimate double take from Renegade. He goes, wait a second.
Wait.
Someone's
He was right. He was right. That's one thing that we can say.
You know, he would have been going nuts in the comms without a doubt, saying someone is here, and guess what? Not even a single kill out of that camo.
Something's not right, dude.
I can feel it.
Bound versus last shot. Last shot wins that one and gets the ball back to Tower as well, as Optic will find themselves 2 dead. Royal 2 now on a flank of the last 2 players alive. Should be able to deal with them. There's one. Did they just spawn PD? They did spawn PD.
Unbelievable. Now Royal 2 is going to have to fight even more players than he originally budgeted against. But he says, no problem, we can do that as well.
They got 3 dead anyway.
Yeah.
So it looks like they accounted for it somehow, or it at least worked out.
Bound's also a late kill, so this is going to be staggered. This should be good amount of time here for Shopify. And if they get this opening damage as well, they have also look at the red room angle. So this is important. We'll see if last shot can hold. He's not able to because he's kind of left on his own.
Look at that jiggle from Royal 2.
Wild.
In his own words,
nice fucking shots.
It's good to jiggle.
He says you can still jiggle.
You can still jiggle.
People thought it was kind of a prohibition-esque ban on the jiggles. Jiggling still encouraged. Ooh, almost takes down Renegade as well. Keep an eye on bottom mid, though. Let's see what happened to that camo.
40 points on the board already, 41 points. I'm underselling them for Shopify Rebellion.
It was not burned. Was not burned.
Picks up a double, and that allows the last shot, like you say, to pick up that camo that was not burned, and he knows exactly where those spawns are coming in.
Uh-oh.
Renegade knows there's something wrong with that door. As he sees, not just the everywhere he looks at the moment, what, is this good camo again?
Frowned upon in most societies to sit outside the police station in such a matter, but Frosty going to be your last player alive, and they're going to be able to hold. And just like that, Optic Gaming on the board for the first time. And it seems to be the story that Optic Gaming, a little bit of a slow start in the game, but once they find the footing, they know how to run with it.
Pretty sure that Legend just got hit with a frag grenade, a stalker,
and a laser
bolt, and a bandit bullet. Yeah. And it looked like that. It looked like
a laser.
Yeah, you deserve to die if that happens. Formal now with that stalker rifle going to be challenging.
Deserve to die.
Can't connect with the headshot, but backs up smartly enough to allow Cycle to have that angle. And the bait and switching and Shopify Rebellion is something that I really have enjoyed as well. It's, talk about that natural synergy.
Beautiful.
Cycle and Royal 2, I feel like, are really starting to be a duo here in the way that they play the game and they see the game.
I really like that. Like you said, that was definitely an I got you, man moment. Just drops the ball, gets the shot in, keeps each other alive, then Cycle just drop slides away. Now allows Royal 2 to take ridiculous angles and flanks like this that you're seeing on your screen right now.
Doesn't just jiggle.
Trying to rotate as well.
Not just a jiggler. He's got more of that.
Wiggler as well.
More in his armory where that came from. Cycle now. 1v1 with Bound. Bound is going to win that one. Shopify Rebellion find themselves 2 dead. Camo coming up, and you get the feeling that Optic need to start picking these up. Most of this round, they have been controlled by Shopify.
It's once again, the last time we saw Shopify playing ball was the first series of the day, and I want to point out the way that they were able to have those transitional holds was really fantastic the way they're able to, once again, as Royal 2 goes front C, and they immediately go to a transitional purple hold. And you saw that they, even if they got the kills that they needed around C, they would have continued to hold. But guess what? It also acts as a play ball now, and they're not losing time on the board.
Well, Bound has got the camo, and Optic need to start formulating some sort of comeback in this round. Let's jump into a listen-in and hear what the comms are like.
Purple, frosty, purple, frosty. Watch out, agent, frosty. Cafe, one check frosty.
H4F.
I got naded.
Jake, did you not know what it meant before?
He's 18 watch out.
Balls alone. Really come ball down. Leave it, come ball. Just let me close, you guys, close. One shot, regen. Roll 2, one shot, roll 2.
Horny for formy.
Roll 2, he's back in, roll 2.
One shot,
2PD weak stuck, one's back cage on.
Go back in.
One shot back PD, Frosty. Stop it, PD, Frosty.
Bottom me, one shot.
What else? Laundry, you think?
There's some better intensity out of the Optic comms right there. Oh, he said calm down. Fuck.
So watch right, good.
Nice, Bound.
Red, arcade was on.
Benches, one shot benches. 2B. Let's go, guys. PD on you. Very super. PD, tires, cycle. PD. Go above. Watch out. Missing one still. Two.
Whoa! That was kind of rogue.
Watch out. One more agent. Cafe down. Kill it.
I couldn't.
Optic starts to lose a few players here as we come out of the listening, but there has been some sort of a comeback, but with the ball in the hands of Frosty now and Shopify Rebellion, this could be the final 2 moments. A couple of players desperately trying to chase him down, but this should be enough time. Bought by Frosty. No, yes! He does get that.
Oh my god, he got back smacked.
And it's going to be tied up at 1-1.
All right, now, once again, how fitting that we would go to a 3rd round. It feels like you already knew that we were going to get a guaranteed round number 3 between these 2 teams. And once again, Optic Gaming with their backs against the walls yet again. And now only 1 round away, potentially, from letting Shopify... Oh, nades actually colliding on driveway. You don't see that every day. A plasma colliding with a frag. And in the end, no kills exchanged just yet. Royal 2's the first to fall, and last shot as well.
Frosty does get away with the Stalker rifle, but he's going to be one of the last 2 players alive. Can't finish off Bound as well, and Legend takes down Cycle, so Bound will survive for a few moments at least. Frosty chases him down, but there's the help. Bound being a nuisance, Frosty decides, I'm going to keep this Stalker rifle in my hands instead.
Frosty's like, I wish I hadn't done any of this, actually. I didn't want to be involved in any of that. Bound somehow stays alive twice. First on his own effort, and then with some great help from teammates as well. Finally, Frosty picks up the kill.
Frosty's going fucking insane.
Legend as well. Hits 2 shots
My
while
God.
no shield.
Beautiful.
That's the kind of play, again, it's like you have no right to do that. That is a game-changing play, a situation-changing play from Frosty. Even though it's not kills, that damage converts into Cycle, being able to move in, get a camo, and a flank now onto the last 2 players of Optic who are moving through the cafe.
Oh,
he doesn't read the second guy, though.
He looked away. We've all done it. He looked away. He knew the player was there, though. You could tell by the way he was angling on the pillar. Unfortunate for him that he looks away. Might have gotten away with a melee as well. Ends of trade damage. It's 3 dead. Cycle was your last player alive. Yeah. Looks like he's going to actually be a first spawner on purple.
Former with the ball in his hands. 26 and 21 for Former at the moment, and about to, by the looks of things, go into the lead with an objective time as well. Legend is that player at the moment who holds that down with 49 points, but Former overtakes him now.
Ball dropped.
Ball in and around PD. Renegade avoids that grenade just enough to get the shots onto last shot. Cycle should be taken down as well. It's going to be Legend who gets that kill. That's 3. That's 4. All players from Shopify Rebellion will fall, and Optic looking very good in this final round of Oddball.
Game 5. Game 5.
No way, we're chanting for Game 5.
Considering that I do music, I was so out of time with you, I'm disgusted with myself.
No,
I mean, I
maybe I came out of time.
By the way,
you started it.
Okay. Camo popping up right now. We'll see if they're able to grab this camo as well. No, Royal 2, of course. Renegade was your last player alive, so despite still holding, he's going to try to play this from top A, presumably at some point. Eventually, actually just drops it. Fountain is going to try to live to tell the tale. Instead, it's going to be the push here. But he stays alive long enough where Bound's able to get some really good damage.
Let's make an agreement that if Optic do win this, we'll try that again. But for now, let's see if Optic do close this round out. Royal 2 looking to make a difference, though, with this camo.
Big moment here in the game. Royal 2 trying to stay alive with this camo and also just trying to hold back A. eventually taken down, and some good early damage, but
Whoa.
needs to stay alive. Will shroud himself in order to do so.
Now playing in an obnoxious corner. Gets those shields back, and now he's going to step forward.
They call my corner obnoxious corner, bitch.
Still got that side kick to play with as well. Good shots onto Legend. Is going to slow down that push at least. Last shot, and is going to actually pick up 2 kills with grenades by the looks of things. One with the plasma and one with the stick. So last shot making the stickies work again.
I mean, Formal and Legend are just still trapped cafe. A few points on the board come in. In the end, it's not a huge loss, but they knew they couldn't do much. They actually forced a little bit of a trade here, which I think they're going to feel pretty good about as the last 2 players alive. And in the end, they've forfeited about 10 points off the whole exchange. So they're able to hold them off for quite a while, but Shopify slowly getting back in this.
Such an awkward angle for Frosty to have to play from there. More damage from that Stalker, though. Shot after shot. Just think about how many shields Frosty just broke while having no shields himself. So much damage being done, but he's going to be taken down. Cycle's going to have to look for the play.
Oh! He said, fuck out of here.
I think it was risky. He knew.
He said, get that weak shit out of
here. There was
here.
a player on A stairs there, so Renegade's just going to actually be jumping and holding.
He just blocked the shit out of him.
Make sure he catches it immediately. Camo coming up in 8. Game 5, game 5, game 5, game 5.
So there we go. We got the rhythm.
76 points on the board here. Optic Gaming closing it out.
Dude,
I love
somebody
how in
fucking
unofficial tournaments you
somebody
and I
come
are
get these
extremely
guys.
biased in games like this, but as neutral fans, we just want to see a 5th and final game between these two. Only 20 points away from Optic Gaming being able to close it out. Bound's the last player alive, though. He's able to get the camo, and maybe will stay alive.
Oh, stays alive. Shopify can't take him down, and now he can sneak behind enemy line.
No!
No trade for Bound. Camo dealt with.
Big moment there in the game. You figured Bound would have at least been able to stay alive, maybe even gotten damage or a pick. In the end, though, it goes the complete opposite way. 2 will fall. And it's not over just yet. We might
last shot, 36 to 29.
Jinx, 78 to 50.
We should know better by now.
Counter Jinx.
Nice job. Not sure if there's a time window that we have to do that within, but
if
we certainly want to push the boundaries if there is.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better.
2 dead for Optic, 2 dead for Shopify.
What the fuck is going on?
Mr. Jiggles himself is once again dancing around
Damn.
this pillar. It's going to fall, although he breaks through. He finds one.
And Optic kills all of them.
And all of a sudden, the kills start to feel
Damn.
like a little bit more on either side of this stage.
Optic just fucked him up.
For Shopify Rebellion.
Where did they spawn?
Actually,
it doesn't matter. They can just hold it here.
Look at that. Leans back. A little bit of screen watching, telling the team exactly what they need to do. He feels like this might be the last hold, especially if they get opening damage here. This could be it.
They've got such a good perimeter here.
Oh, you got to know they're on you close, though.
Last shot somehow, but Renegade.
Oh, but he's dead.
Legend gets another one as well. Last 2 players are going to be in front of 4 more here. Both are
that should be game 5.
He grabs that oddball as well, and Optic send us to game 5,
baby.
everybody. The first one of the day.
Yes, sir, baby.
This was always going game 5. Why did we bother with the first 4?
Really glad. Really glad.
Yes, sir, baby.
Thank goodness.
That was a close one, folks, and I want to give a shout out.
And it looks like Legend got up to go to the bathroom.
He taught us the counter Jinx.
We might have time for a game of MLB The Show before Game 5 starts.
About what just
Holy
happened.
fuck, everybody lock in.
240 to 203 is your total elapsed score across the 2 rounds, but it's 2-1 in favor of Optic Gaming.
Wow,
they
wow,
will
wow,
send
wow,
us
wow,
to
wow,
a
wow.
5th and final game between these two, and that's exactly the way we want it.
There's no way for Royal 2 to find out. It's not like this is...
On his wall says,
everything I do is calculated.
Everything the man does is calculated. He doesn't miss fist bumps.
Let's go, baby. Game 5.
Doesn't miss camos either, and they're going to have their eyes on the top mid in this game. It's going to be Slayer Solitude, game number 5 between Shopify Rebellion and Optic Gaming in their LAN debut in 2020-25. Which team will take this first victory and send their opponents to the elimination bracket? Only 1 game to decide it.
And even though it's a game type that hasn't changed from last season, there are some changes, of course, to things like weaponry, strafe speed. The shock rifle, not as effective when you're not scoping in anymore. It doesn't have that kind of devastating no-scope effect that we've seen previously. So big shots have to be hit. You can pressurize that player a little bit more. As we head into our first game,
let's go, baby.
Our new year in 2025. Ooh. Let's see who comes out on top.
Cycle tries to come through alone. It's interesting to see Royal 2 stay blue when Cycle tries to wrap yard late. In the end, doesn't pay off. First 2 kills go to Optic.
Last shot got that shock though. You saw him in the kill feed. He managed to pick up 1 kill. Frosty has absolutely no idea of where Renegade is. He flies in to keep the camo player of Legend alive.
Beautiful.
And it's been a fantastic start here for Optic Gaming. 4-1 up. Last shot is still alive with that shock. He's trying to wait some ammo.
Wow, look
but
at the
he can't
teamwork.
take anyone with him. Formal flies in.
I love this teamwork. It's drop everything and support the most important player.
Oh.
Back to scenarios, and now they're
Optic going crazy off the rip.
Here. And Legend's getting fired up. You heard the dead. Doesn't matter what language it was in, you could tell exactly what he was saying.
Oh my god.
Well, and Legend is starting to look good. Legend
What a fucking
maybe
start
it's
for
time to
Optic.
Step up here in this game 5, 4-0 to start this game.
And just like that, you know these guys are fired up. They're up 9-1 in a potential reverse sweep scenario. Let's get into a listen in with Optic.
Yeah, let me hear this shit, man.
This poker, nice! Nice. Elo behind me, Elo behind me, Elo behind me.
I'm pushing this guy. I'm going tram.
I'm pushing this guy.
John, you're by yourself.
I fucking love Legend.
Here, grab your one shot Skyfall.
Nice.
I think he's driving.
Nice three, last guy.
Here, bound here. Don't die.
Spawning snipe.
Back up.
Holy shit.
Gotta be sniped.
Upside, by himself, bro, too.
Hey, I'm stuck.
They could be blue. They could be in blue.
This week, this scamming.
One shot, next one,
Everything.
here.
I'm dead.
It's 18-4. What the fuck is going on?
They're gonna spawn loop.
Oh my god, where?
Camo's coming, guys.
Yo, LR tunnel drawn, and one's flower door.
Here, here.
Nice.
Camo goes.
Oh my god, and he got him one shot with that nade. What the fuck is going on?
Nice. Camo guys.
What the fuck is going on?
Nice. Camo's
Yard.
all good. Just try and live here.
Do not go for it.
Bro, Formal is fucking screaming. No trade, that sucks.
Where you are you? It's the man.
Mark it one.
What's going bitches?
Nice. Nice, man.
How much you in this? Next week, watch it, scamming!
Bro, Formal is 8-2, Bound is 7-1.
Segue. Nice!
Resi one.
Well, if you're wondering who's
Oh
going to
my
lead the
God,
charge, lead
dude.
the energy, Legend in the kill feed, and in our ears is screaming every time that he does damage.
Bro,
and gets
stay in the
kills. This
listening.
is
Do the listening
inspiring
for the whole
stuff from him.
game.
I mean, unbelievable from them. Look at this, 29-12 in this game.
Go back,
completely
bro.
out of hand. So glad we got to hear that listening as well, because you knew that when they opened up this game 9-1, they were going to be fired up. Unbelievable. Bound right now is 9-2. Formal 8-2 as well. With
Legend gets a
being
2, bro.
10-4 in the game.
This is unbelievable. Legend finds a double kill himself as
They
well.
know where
Shopify
Cycle is. Cycle's
cannot
fucked.
Get on the map. But one thing we have to keep in mind about
Wait,
Solitude,
they can't find Cycle. What
if
the fuck?
Optic can do this to
How'd they lose
Shopify,
him?
Shopify know if
They had
they
him
get
pinned.
4 on the map that they can do it back to
Now they
Optic.
found
You
him.
have to stay mentally in this game.
Oh, but Shopify's gonna
Not
break
over just
out.
yet.
What the fuck?
Three dead.
And Cycle
Formal's
lives
last
and
player
gets a
alive,
kill.
even
What
though
the
they're
fuck
down.
just happened?
Down by about 13. We'll see if they can bring this back.
How did that
8:25
even
left on
happen?
the clock,
How do they
though,
lose Cycle in
Not
blue?
only
There's literally
everything to play for in terms
there's
of the
literally
score,
nowhere
but
he can
let's
hide.
Not forget what we heard from countless players
Oh,
today.
no,
There's
that's
so
a
much
bad
to
death.
prove this season. A lot of Halo left in this game 5.
Legend is going
Another double
insane.
kill
What
for
the
him.
fuck?
12-5 in a game 5 reverse sweep opportunity. He doesn't get the trade.
And he
this
gets a
time
melee.
around,
That's good
but
damage.
Does enough damage to get the numbers back.
Legend's going
A little
insane,
bit
bro.
more manageable here for Optic. Camo has just popped. Bound is flying down bottom mid to try and
Oh
clean up
my
some of this
God,
damage.
brother.
Now at the 36 kill mark, you start to get into territory where you cannot afford to trade.
Their
Moments
team
ago,
shot
we
is
were saying
fucking
it was
insane
possible.
right now.
All of a sudden, it's
Optic by
looking quite
17.
unlikely as they have not gotten the trades that they at least needed. 38-21.
Oh my god.
And just like that, when
What
the game
the
was
fuck
about
is
to be
going
within
on?
10, it's actually double the score because Optic Gaming answers back right away. 39-21. Camo in hand. This is their push.
Yeah, we're moving from doubtful to improbable and soon to be
What the
impossible.
fuck is going
to come
on?
back
Optic's
from
up
this kind of
20.
scoreline. It's 41-23 as a couple of kills get picked up by Shopify Rebellion, but Formal looking to hold down the loop at the moment, looking for some kills himself, damage onto Cycle and Frosty. Both players essentially down to no shields.
Formal has 10, 10, and 4. He has 5 times the assist of anyone on the other side. Unbelievable game from him thus far. Double positive as well. Only 8 kills to go for Optic Gaming.
8 to go. It might be too little too late as Renegade finds another one. Optic Gaming on the precipice of a reverse sweep, and we were worried after game 1. Take yourself
my,
back.
look
Oh,
this.
good insta.
Where Shopify were just battering Optic Gaming on Fortress Bomb, but now the counter punches have landed and the knockout blow might be close.
And what do we say? If you let Optic Gaming get out to an early lead, they will not look back. They don't have to play catch-up. They don't have to spend the entire game getting man disadvantages. Instead, it's just 5 to go for them on the reverse sweep.
12-5 for Formal, but the 11 assists alongside it, that's 23 engagements. Out of the 46
Stake is still
that have
intact.
involved this man on your screen, and he's only fallen into the respawn 5 times. That is
No
phenomenal.
stake, no stake.
Unbelievable here. Final kills to go as they only need 4 more to close it out. Renegade on the push on the yard BR.
Oh my
Help until it
god.
needed 47 on the board. It's 3 to go.
Frosty dancing around the pole.
What the fuck?
Kill, but you get the feeling it might not be enough. Camo comes up, shot comes up as well. There's conditions that if they go heavily in the favor of Shopify, it might give them a chance, but Legend shuts down that last bit of hope. It's 2 to go for Optic.
Yeah, there's no way here. 36 on the board, 49, only one more kill to go for Optic on the reverse sweep. Here it is.
Cycle has no idea where Legend is. Legend knows where Cycle is.
Oh my
look at
God.
the response from Legend. Optic Gaming will reverse sweep.
Holy
Shopify
shit, brother.
Rebellion. And the two sides of that stage, the two rooms could not look different.
Yeah, talk about polar opposites there. Legend's the first to pop off, and these guys are going to go.
An Optic reverse sweep Rebellion.
But my word, what a reverse sweep from Optic
Holy
Gaming.
hell.
Let's not forget, this is just the first time we're seeing them on LAN, and you have a result like this. Optic Gaming is 50-37 in game number 5. They complete.
And Optic goes to finals
over Shopify Rebellion.
What a performance.
While Rebellion drops down to our losers finals to play SSG once again.
Optic falling down
Holy shit, brother.
SSG, but instead they find that grit, that determination.
Wow.
That's something we just learned about this roster, right? The grit and determination is there. They can find themselves in a hole and find a way to dig themselves out. And I've got to say, I think the vocal leadership from Legend, getting hyped up, getting fired up in that game 5, got everyone else going as well.
Yeah, I'm really curious, even off the rip, I'm very curious about the opening strategy from Shopify. Royal 2 stays blue, Cycle wraps Yard solo, and it starts this domino effect that they really could not come back from. Take a look here at the board, though. You see some damage numbers coming in. It's bound in the end. 4,200, the only one to pass the 4K.
Jesus,
yeah, just a dominant Slayer performance in that game 5 coming in from Optic Gaming. And I would say, Legend, you know, it sounded like it was a war when he was in game. As soon as it finished, just stood up. It's back to being nice guy Legend. Like, it's very
smile on his face.
Change. It's like, oh, everyone's cool. Like, everything's good. But